Hello, everyone. Wike came out to say that if Tinubu really wanted Osun State by all means, that he would have sent him there. And Dele Momodu has also fired back at Wike, and he said Osun people would have demystified you mercilessly. Adeleke is not Fubara. My Kobo advice: stop equating yourself to God, and he put it in God. And someone in the comment section said he's only trying to keep himself relevant. He's not even a registered voter in Oshu yet. He's beating his chest and claiming I would have won the election if Tinubu wanted it. He talks as though he's some kind of demigod. What a slap in the face to the democracy MK Abiola died for. And this is someone called Mr. Son. Okay, it's really quite interesting, and the fact is that very true. Osun people would have really demystified him, and I think one of the things that really got Osun people angry is part of Monday Okwewolo is part of it, in the way and very disrespectful manner that Monday Okwewolo went to Osun State, and with those his scouts that are usually around him screaming up their head, calling out the people, talking to the people anyhow. The go person house when they talk to them anyhow. Even if someone is nothing, allow people their dignity. Just more dignity, allow them, to have that on. But to go on and just keep talking and anyhow and whatever, it's really annoying. And I saw those videos where the Osun people were really driving when those cars were leaving. I think all those governors and senators, I think Senate president too was in Osun and all of that. They were all not driving away. Osun people were just screaming, "Ole, ole!" In short, one particular one man said it was mainly for Okwewolo, the 3.5 million man. It was mainly for him. They were shouting, "Okwewolo, ole, Okwewolo, ole," and all of that. But of course, all of these things, like I keep saying all the time, it's always about the people. If the people, anything that the people want, let me tell you, there's nobody that can. There's no power greater than the power of the people. The only thing that remains is that what you try to do is to make the people not believe that they have power, and that's why this person said that the greatest weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. You understand? Stephen Biko said that the greatest weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed, because if you're able to oppress if you're able to have control of the mind of the oppressed, then you're good. Everything, no wahala. There's no need. Just feel free. Just feel free and enjoy yourself. You already completely own them, and that's why constantly you find out that they're talking about things like, you cannot do anything. Tinubu is a coronation. Nothing can be done, and that's why I find it so annoying when some people come and they are giving Tinubu powers that he doesn't have. Tinubu cannot do nada. And if there's anyone who has made more mistakes in this from 2023 to this time, it's Tinubu himself. A lot of aggrieved people, and that's all you need. A lot of people are aggrieved. A lot of people don't even want to hear from him or of him or whatever. They're just so, I'm talking of people from his own party. I'm not even talking of, outsiders, people from his own parties that feel very angry at the manner in which they've been treated, at the manner in which, they've been sidelined, at the suffering that is happening, because everybody is feeling it. The thing about this thing is that everybody is feeling it. And you can see that Tinubu is one person who is really wicked enough to want everybody down. He only sees himself at the top. There's this interview that he did, if you all remember, where he was talking about, he was gleefully talking about his friend, that there's this friend of his that used to ride this very big car, and now he can only afford Toyota, Corolla, Kini. And the way he was saying, he was actually laughing. I mean, you're feeling it, you're feeling happy that a friend that that was buoyant is no longer buoyant, and due to the things that you're doing, and that is making you happy. And you've seen lots and lots of in the ways that loans that are not supposed to be are being done. Dr. Odezekwesili, just put out a message just a few moments ago, referring to Tinubu and saying that he should terminate the 746 million pounds port deal that he has 152 days after Bola Tinubu signed a 746 million port financing deal with United Kingdom and Windsor Castle. Neither government has disclosed the terms of the agreement. How an agreement as high as this? This is probably, if it's not over $1 billion dollars, it will be close to that, because this is 746 pounds, and I think 1.3 is how much the difference between pounds and dollars. And yet Nigerians do not have an agreement of what is inside this deal. This is a deal that he's doing that he's not going to be the one that is going to pay. It's in future Nigerian youth that are going to pay it. It's not the people that are paying it, they are going to pay it now. They're probably in their 20s, having their fun, thinking that, okay, but meanwhile somebody has piled debt on their head, on their head. And if this is not debt There's nothing wrong with borrowing. Let me say that, whether as an individual or government or business or government, nothing wrong in borrowing. The main thing is that what are you borrowing for? If you are borrowing to invest, you understand, in things that would appreciate or things that will bring you cash flow, things of development, be it in your business life or whatever, that is good debt, right? Good debt. But the one that you are borrowing to squander, borrowing to waste, that is bad debt. It keeps you perpetually poor. And if you're looking at it, let's look at someone's life. For example, now, there's Mr. A, there's Mr. B. Mr. A borrows money, their company, they are giving loan, and he borrows the loan. He buys a property, right? And then the other one borrows the same loan and he travels abroad with it to do vacation. They are both loans. But this one is going to have a property that is going to appreciate over time, or it's also going to be, it can be yielding passive income. That's the other one is capital gain. This one is cash flow. You can get cash flow, from this one. Then the other one that went abroad, he had fun. There was fun, there's enjoyment and everything. The money is gone. He has to use his future earnings to be paying that without anything other than that enjoyment that is gone. That's the difference between borrowing. And what we have right now, monies are being borrowed, monies are being looted, monies are being wasted on white elephant projects that you don't need. They spent 20-something billion to renovate the house of vice president. Shetima up till now has refused to enter the house. Then why did you spend 20-something billion? That 20-something billion could have been used in education, could have been used to improve the educational system. Even if you say you are paying school fees of children. Look, left for me, I would have said the whole education, let government sort of like take its hands off the management of school and students, right? Let government focus on inspection, curriculum, development, checking that everything is okay and all of that, policies on education, and just look for people, whether people who are already, so there are even some association, that's one of the things that Dr. Obezo as Minister of Education wanted to do with, and I was really so happy about that when it was being talked about, like schools like federal government and all of that, they have their own old school association. They can take over and manage those schools, and then their government just be paying school fees. You will find out that the money that on this thing that has been spent by government on a particular school, for example, if you take a federal government college, right, and another private school, government will spend 10 times than what a private school. Meanwhile, the quality of education at that private school is 10 times more than what government has spent. So why don't government use that money and just, okay, this is the school fees we do it pay, just like what you have with NHIS kind of scheme. If you have so number of patients, you're going to be paid so. You have so number of students, we'll pay you the school fees so that people can get good quality education from primary to secondary school rather than all of this wastage that I do. But then, thank you for watching.
Oh, but this is one channel. Yes, so Dele follow to me. If it blast a Wike concerning the statement we make yesterday, you understand? So it don't blast her. You understand? So what do you mean understand by Wike? I don't say right for tell no Wike. Then go to say you understand. Now Wike are the tools where PC the use the regulation. We are see waiting for River State now. You understand? So that's why I get that. That's why I get that man to the brass say how she did involved. We should also state. Gonna go there for no win. You understand? So that be the machine way PC they use. That be the tools. That's why they brag. You understand me? So that's why they build houses for all those judges, all those lawyers, because he believe it. Because now those one I believe. You understand? Now those one I believe. So that's why be the backup we get. You understand me? So now it matter.